So to initialize all the methods with the binding of the Flutter, you simply have to write widgets_flutter.binding, which should be ensured for initialization. And after all the widgets getting to be initialized, we simply have to await for the Firebase.initialize app. According to the new update of Firebase for Flutter, you simply have to add the Firebase initialize app. Now we can finally start manipulating our Cloud Firestore. So to create all of data in a Cloud Firestore, we simply have to assign a controller to a text field. At the top of our build method, we simply have to declare a new controller. So here I can simply provide a text controller to our text fields controller. So now we simply have to find a method so that the data that we are submitting on the following text controller should be automatically added to our Cloud Firestore. So to do that, we can simply remove the null value from this onPress method and assign a new method to it. Adding data to the Cloud Firestore is going to be asynchronous. So we can simply denote our method to be with the async quotation mark, and after adding this async sign, we can simply await for the process. So the process shall be simply including getting the instance of the Firebase, but according to the new update, instead of writing Firestore, we simply have to write Firebase Firestore, which is a new term for the Firestore itself. And after writing the following term, you simply have to wait for the instance. So after getting the instance, we can fetch all the methods that our Firebase Firestore will provide us. Now here we can see we are getting various options to play with our Cloud Firestore. So I can simply write here a collection, and under this collection we simply have to provide a path. So we can simply create a new collection, let's say new data. So to add data, we can simply fetch the add method, and this add method will simply submit the data in the form of key value pair. So here I can simply provide a key as well as value to our new data collection. So for that I will simply create a new key, let's say data, and it will simply take all the data from the text field that we have returned into our scaffold. So here I can simply write text editing controller dot text. So let's start typing some of the keywords into our text field. Let's say this is text data. Now after providing the following text to our text field, we can simply submit our data from here. And if we check our Cloud Firestore collections, and here you can see we have just our old previous collections but not the new one. So we can simply do one thing, that is refresh our entire screen. And after refreshing our entire screen, now you may see that a new data collection is occurred into our Cloud Firestore. And after exporting the following new data, you can see a document here, and a document will simply have a sub document which will have a key as well as a value. The key is here a data as well as the value here is this is a test data. So now let's start adding more data to our Cloud Firestore by simply adding more text to this. Let's say YOLO some more text or something like that. So you can simply submit your data by pressing this floating action button. And if you simply check our Cloud Firestore, the process shall be going to be asynchronous, that is the data will be automatically added into our Cloud Firestore. And similarly here you will see a key as well as value, the key to be data and value to be YOLO some more text. So after this, let's start reading a data from our Cloud Firestore. So to do that, let's move on to the next screen, which is for under read mode. And here our read mode has simply a body to be container. But first thing first, let's add some heading to our app bar. So to fetch all the data from our Cloud Firestore, instead of having a container as in a body for our scaffold, we can simply replace it with a stream builder. And also all the stream that we will be fetching from the Cloud Firestore data is going to be under a query snapshot. So here I can simply provide a type of query snapshot for our stream builder. Now our stream builder will be going to take mainly two parameters, which is a stream as well as builder. But first thing first, we will simply provide a stream to our stream builder. So to add that, you can simply add a stream, and under the stream you can simply provide a path to the collection of the Firestore. So here I will simply add Firebase Firestore dot instance, and after fetching the instance I can simply provide a collection path to it. So for example, we can simply check our Netflix clone Cloud Firestore data, and from here we will simply fetch all the data under the collection of animated. So to fetch the animated data, you can simply have to write here the path name, which is animated, and after providing the class path, you can simply fetch all the snapshots by writing the snapshots. Now after fetching all the snapshots, we can now simply retrieve the builder to our stream builder. So here under the builder, I will simply write a context as well as snapshot. Now the context shall be going to be the build context of the current class, as well as the snapshot is going to be an async dynamic snapshot. So here I can simply remove the arrow quotation, and instead I can simply write a new function to it. And also we can check if our snapshot had some data or not. So here we can simply write if the snapshot's connection state is in the connection state of waiting, we can simply return any of our favorite widgets. So for this example, I will simply return a linear progress indicator, so that the user shall be going to be know that the data that he is fetching is under the waiting state. And also I can refactor the linear progress indicator with the center so that it will be automatically aligned into the center of our screen. And if the connection state of our snapshot is not under waiting, we can simply return our entire body to it. That is the main function that we are going to carry. So here we can simply write else, and under this else I will simply return a list view to it, and the list view will simply take a children as its main parameter. So here I can simply provide children to our list view under the form of snapshots. So here I can simply write data, and under the data I can simply get the documents, and according to new update, instead of having the document changes or documents, you simply have to write docs for fetching all the data. And after fetching the docs, we simply have to map our entire list view with a document snapshot. So here instead of E, I can simply provide a document snapshot to it. So here I can simply provide a variable to it, let's say a document snapshot. So here I will simply return a card, and this card will simply have a child to be a text style. So this text style will have several widgets. So under the leading widget, I can simply provide a circle avatar to it. Now this circle avatar will simply have a background image as its main widget, and for that I will simply fetch the network image from our Cloud Firestore data. So to fetch a particular snapshot, you simply have to write the mapping name given to it, and you simply have to fetch the data through it. Now we can fetch entire data snapshots from it after writing data, but to fetch a particular thing, you simply have to write the entity name of the following document snapshot. So here I will simply write image at the following entity, and if we check our Cloud Firestore, here we simply have an entity of an image which have a key to be returned an image itself. Also we are getting a red line warning about the following error, so we have to simply cover up the entire list view with a to-list form. Now after this, after adding the following leading widget, we can add a text widget to it. So if we simply get all the things correct, and after pressing Ctrl and S, and after the hot reloading, you can simply see a slide of a linear progress indicator which will be for some time. And after the waiting connection state of the snapshot, we will simply fetch all of our data under a list style. Now this was all about fetching data from a Cloud Firestore under the new update of the Firebase. So in this way you can simply create and read data into a Cloud Firestore along with a new update of the Firebase. So if you have loved this tutorial, kindly like this video. Also you can comment out all of your doubts in the comment section. Also you can reach me out on my social media handles. So I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.